Yeah, what was your favorite stuff in September? What did you like in September? No? Oh, okay.
Hey everyone, Naomi here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're a new subscriber, then thank you so much for subscribing and welcome. Today I am going over my September favorites, which I thought maybe might be a little late because it's already a whole week into October, but it's not too late, right? So my September favorites are just things that I found myself really loving during that month, and I'm still loving. I will start with the skincare items. First up is the Pacifica Beauty Quinoa Sensitive Super Gentle Face Wash, and I mentioned this in another video before. I have just been absolutely loving this face wash. It is super gentle, as it says, and it has quinoa, calendula, and aloe for anti-inflammatory support. And I have very sensitive skin, which is combination, which lately tends to be a little bit on the dry side. This does not dry out my skin. It is sulfate free. It's 100% vegan and cruelty free also, like all of Pacifica's products. I've tried several of their face washes before, and this I think is my favorite of the maybe 3 or 4 that I have tried. And I would highly recommend it if you are looking for a new face wash that is gentle, doesn't irritate skin, doesn't dry your skin out. It has kept my skin pretty clear too because it's helped my skin to remain balanced. Of course, there's also moisturizers that I use after using this that help out with that a lot too. But I just am really loving this. At first, I found the scent to be a little too sweet, but I got used to it. It's not too strong, and I just really love how my skin has been feeling lately while using this. Next is the 100% pure honey almond hand buttercream. This is 100% natural and 100% vegetarian, and I've tried a lot of their buttercreams. I really love the formula of these in general, but this is the scent I've been loving most in the month of September. And it has kind of just a really gentle, like it says, honey and almond scent. So it's not overpowering, it's not too sweet. I mean, it's like gently sweet, if that makes sense. But like their vanilla bean hand cream, for instance, was too sweet for me. I also really love their lavender one, but I've just been really gravitating towards this one lately. Next is the Juice Beauty Phyto Pigments Illuminating Primer. So I've used this as a primer, but I also lately haven't really been wearing much makeup at all, like not much foundation. I rarely wear foundation anymore. I've just been using a dusting of maybe some like mineral setting powder on either nothing or over this. And sometimes I'll just wear this. It gives a nice fresh dewy finish to the skin, but not too dewy. It's just really beautiful on the skin. It kind of just soaks right in. It adds another layer of moisture also, and you can see how beautifully glowy that is. I just love that. It's so pretty. And what I would do if I was wearing foundation, I actually have used this to mix with their foundation several times before their liquid foundation. I use 1 pump of this and then 1 pump of the foundation, mix it in on the back of my hand, and then apply, and it makes the foundation just so much more beautiful, I think. I have also really been loving the Good Medicine Brightening Eye Cream Starry Eyes. I haven't used this for a really long time yet. I just started using it here and there in September. I also really like a couple of other eye creams that I have open, and sort of I go back and forth between them, and it takes so long to finish any of them because I do that. But I got this one in a subscription box a little while ago, and I really like the scent. It has kind of like a dry, powdery, like woody scent. Like I think there's rosewood in here, and it just is really gentle on my eyes, and I've noticed it helps them to look a little bit more alive if I use this in the morning. The mascara that I have been loving lately is Pacifica, what do they call this? Stellar Gaze Length and Strength Mineral Mascara. And I've tried this in, I think, the black and the brown colors. This is the brown one called Stardust, and the brush looks like that. A nice full bristle brush, and I just love these mascaras. I have trouble finding a mascara that doesn't like transfer really easily onto like the upper part of my cheekbone, lower eye area here. And this one, I mean, it will on some occasions, but not as much as other ones that I've tried. A really great formula. I also love the brush on this. It really helps to separate the lashes and make them look fuller. Also, I think this is only, I want to say like between $12 and $18, which is of course going to be more expensive than a drugstore mascara, but you're getting a really great formula and it's not as expensive as some of the all-natural mascaras out there, so I find it to be a really good balance in between. You're getting really great ingredients that are all natural, no chemicals falling into your eyes, and it's a reasonable price. My last beauty favorite for the month of September has been the Tata Harper Volumizing Lip and Cheek Tints, and I've been using this one in Very Charming a lot in September. I've also used a couple of their other colors. I sort of switch between the two, but this is the one I find myself using a lot lately, and it has this beautiful color, and I find myself using these a lot because they are multi-purpose. There it is right there. And they blend really well right into cheeks, and they can be used, you know, on the lips too. So I just find myself reaching for this all the time because it's a 2-in-1 product and it's got a really beautiful formula. And I also love the way these smell. Kind of like cherries and flowers mixed together. So good. Such a beautiful company. And aren't these little little glass jars so pretty? So lastly, not lastly, maybe I have a couple of other favorites that aren't beauty things, but I've been reading through this book by Gabrielle Bernstein in September, and sort of picking my way through this one slowly, unlike a lot of the other books that I read, because there are 108 sort of little mini chapters in this book that are great to go through anywhere from like 1 to 3 a day. I usually do 2 or 3 a day. And I love Gabby Bernstein, first of all. I've become a huge fan, and just her books and her videos have really been helping me over the last few months as I've been going through some difficult things in my life. And so this is called Miracles Now, 108 life-changing tools for less stress, more flow, and finding your true purpose. And I just love how these are split up into little bite-sized sections. Like I said, they're usually only like a page and a half, and things like starting your day on the right foot, several different types of meditations that I've loved trying out, because I've always wanted to meditate more, but I don't know, I always just like, you know, I'm like, oh, I should meditate, and then I just don't do it. But these are quick and easy little guided things, and you know, you don't have to meditate for like 30 full minutes. All it takes to really see results, and what I'm noticing is that even if you meditate like 1 to 5 minutes a day with one of these guided meditations, that it starts to affect all the other parts of your life. And so I'm really enjoying that, and I actually just finished her new book that came out at the very end of September, which I'm sure I'll be talking about in my September-October book wrap-up, but I'll just show you really quick. She just wrote this one called The Universe Has Your Back, and I absolutely loved it. Like I said, I'm gonna say more in my book wrap-up, but if you're at all interested in Gabby Bernstein and have been thinking about getting this, then I would definitely recommend that. I also, as far as like media and stuff goes, during September I watched the first season of the Shannara Chronicles on Netflix, which is based on a book series, I forget, maybe by Terry Brooks, I want to say. And I have not read the books, but I heard that the show was, some people thought that the show was actually better than the books, which is unusual. You know, usually people say that show adaptations aren't as good as the original book series, so I was intrigued by that, and I really loved it. I found myself like kind of breezing through the entire season, first season, and I can't wait until season 2 comes out, which I don't think is going to happen until spring of next year, maybe, which is a bummer because I really wish it was going to come out sooner than that. But it's about these, it's like futuristic, but there is a race of elves, and there's a race of humans, and there's also disgusting looking creatures that I don't know the names of. There are these huge like ogre type troll things, And it's almost like a post-apocalyptic story, yet there's this whole magical race of elves intertwined into all of this, and I really liked the characters, and the way that they did the show I think was really good, and I'm not being very descriptive here at all, but if you have Netflix, I would recommend checking it out. So that is all for my September favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give this a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know what you've been loving in September. I would love to know. That's all for today. I will see you in another video soon. Bye! He does not want to be held. So yeah. No, just cut that part out, okay?